Hello there guys, it's me and Stable Voltage. Welcome to episode 22 of Civilization 5. We are still at war with Brazil. Just trying to get some of my units in place to actually do some damage to Rio de Janeiro. He does have a few units around, so I've got to be careful and make sure he doesn't really do any damage to my artillery. He has a few ships. We've managed to sink one of his ironclads. Although I know for a fact that he has at least one frigate around somewhere. So we've got to be careful and watch out for that. We're still having problems with the fact he's got the Great Wall. That is causing us some issues. He clearly doesn't have gunpowder yet, which... sorry, not gunpowder, dynamite. He doesn't have dynamite yet, which in some ways is a good thing, because it means he doesn't have artillery. But we are going to have to be careful, because we do need to do some damage to Rio. So we're going to go ahead now and move this artillery forwards. It won't be within range of the city. Unfortunately, it can't set up on this turn. And that is because the Great Wall is using double movement. So let's go ahead and take the Gatling gun. You can safely disembark over here. We can go and get our Lancer over here as well. And we can also move this Gatling gun forward. So we've got a few units that are sort of in place. We've got another artillery that we're moving up. He's not going to be that useful. I guess we could potentially put him on this spot where the Lancer is standing. You were going over there to build a mine. We have a great artist. And we can't even create a great work at the moment. Because we don't have a slot, which is a little bit of a shame. What does the Louvre give us? Great work of art or artifact slots. And we have a great artist. So I think what we'll do is we will do nothing with him for a few turns. And if we get the Louvre, then we'll have a great work to fill it. So Japan's still moving a few units around. I don't think Japan is really all that hostile though. So I'm not too bothered about that. Ah, now this is potentially problematic. All of a sudden he's just turned up with 2 frigates and an ironclad. And he's already starting to do damage to one of my frigates. Which I'd prefer not to lose, but I don't mind losing a couple of ships if we get Rio de Janeiro out of it. So let's go ahead and deal with things. Now, this guy's going to have problems here, so I think what we're going to do is back up with this artillery. I don't think we need to use him. We're going to back up a little bit with this guy. You will take a shot, because you can. We're going to move you into position to give him zone of control issues, and we're going to take another shot. And then we're going to start moving around with this guy. He's coming back over here with Lancers, which is annoying. But at least we've now got a second artillery that we can use to fire at said Lancers. We can swap this artillery and Lancer around for the time being. We don't need the Lancer at the front. And if he decides he's going to move forwards with this Lancer, at least we've got something that we can use to shoot him with. You are just going to go on to alert. You guys go on to alert. Still can't do anything with you, so skip the turn. Alert for you. Well, there wasn't an awful lot that we could do there. There we go. So Japan has declared war on England. Don't need open borders with you. The problem we've got, only having 2 artillery is going to take an awfully long time to do any damage to Rio. So he's moved that Lancer off again now. Okay, that ironclad is still trying to do some damage to us. I don't know where he's gone with those frigates. Unfortunately with frigates, you don't really heal unless you're in your own territory, so... But we can certainly get rid of that ironclad. City connection established. We've got lots of nice stuff. You are just going to continue to try and get away from those frigates, because I've got a feeling they're chasing you down. Wow, I hope they're not coming for me, Japan. You can go and do that pasture. That's a lot of magic. He's just gone to war with England, so hopefully he's not here to cause much of a problem. So we could just go and start attacking that archaeologists, but I don't really see any point to it. Unfortunately, we can't get close enough to do any damage with ships, which is another issue. Let's go and get you landed. I'd feel much happier if you weren't in the water. Ah, there we go. Just wanted to try and see where some of these frigates were. Keep all of ours grouped together. Let's go on to alert. Really wish I could heal you up, but that's not going to happen right now. Skip a turn again. 2 more turns for the Louvre, assuming we do manage to get it. Hopefully Japan isn't going to declare war on me. I might be able to hold him off if he tries, but I prefer that he didn't. Any chance you'd be willing to give me 7 gold per turn, which is what a luxury is worth? Nope, still not. Okay, we'll just go for the 6 then. Fine. And Pakal has declared war on Elizabeth. You want to go to war with Morocco, that's fine. Looks like Elizabeth might end up getting wiped out. You see all that Rio is doing here is spamming archaeologists and workers, which is good because it means they don't have much of an army. I wonder if our 10 turns is over yet. Can we declare war on Bogota? It should be Bogota. Should be about that time now. Work has begun on an amphitheatre. We've discovered biology. Okay, stuff. So, espionage, Rio de Janeiro. We should be able to steal a tech there. 85% chance for a coup. Let's try it. And it was a success. Let's move you and put you into Rome. Stop stuff getting stolen from us. And we have a spare spy. Can't steal from Brazil. Well, we need to keep our eye on them anyway. We do have a spare spy. Beshbalik has grown, so has Karakoram, and so is Kume. That was an awful lot of growing. I don't mind you working a production tile, to be honest. I think that's good enough. Still can't do anything with you yet. Karakoram's finished the Opera House. Let's go ahead and get ourselves... Let's get a museum, actually. There's no reason why not to. Did you also grow? You're working. That's a pretty crappy tile. Go and work the food one. You have finished the privateer. Let's go ahead and get ourselves another privateer then. Because privateers are good. Promote a unit. That's our other privateer. We would like to give you boarding party 2. And let's get you out here. You can go and start dealing with some of those Brazilian frigates. You're still trying to make your way home. Now, Beshbalik also grew as well. You're working, again, a crap tile. That said, I don't really think there's any better tiles you can work. It's either 1 food and 1 production, or 2 food. Let us go for 2 food then, and just try and get a little bit of extra growth. Clearly we need to get some farms going up there. We've got the coal. No oil, I seem to notice, which is a little bit annoying. Well, I just said that we wanted some farms over here, so let's move you over and we can start taking care of that. We do have oil out here in the water. So we do have a potential to deal with that. So let's go ahead here and do some more damage to Rio. There we go. Now we're getting 2 shots on it per turn and we're not having to worry about what's attacking us. It's making life a little bit easier there. Let's go ahead and just sort of keep all these guys grouped together. I'm trying to protect the one that is damaged. You're going to have to wait until the next turn. We're only 1 turn away from completing the Louvre, assuming we manage to pull it off. You want wine. That's fine. Do I have a spare wine? I do have a spare wine. 7 gold per turn? 5 is my final offer, because no one else wants wine. There we go. I was going to say, you clearly didn't want the wine that much. So this is Japan and England just attacking each other off the shore. Well, that's good. If they're attacking each other, they're not attacking me. It would be nice if... Well, just maritime. We don't particularly need that, but... It'd be nice if we could get a few more of these city-states on side. Could be useful for us later. England doesn't have an awful lot left. I don't think they're going to be in this game too much longer. And actually, that maritime city-state, we're no longer friends with them. Friendly trade route plundered. Wasn't one of mine, it was actually one of Elizabeth's. We can get another trade route going now. We've completed the Louvre. We can choose our ideology. So we've got some decisions to make here. First of all, what do we want to do with our spy? Where do we want to put him? Well, what would be a good city-state to try and grab? Maybe Bratislava. Can we make peace with you? Yeah, let's make peace with you. Can we make peace with any of the others that might have changed hands? Peace blocked, peace blocked. But Bratislava, if we go ahead and move you, let's put you in there. Now, as far as ideologies go, Brazil has the most tourism output, but Brazil isn't likely to be in this much longer. Brazil is content. They have freedom. England have autocracy. We could go order, the same as Japan and the mayor. They already have dissidents, though. I guess we could potentially go for freedom. The thing is, what we really want to do is go for a domination victory, and domination victory sort of suits any of the... Well, it doesn't really suit order, but it certainly suits autocracy and freedom. Mostly what you get from these tend to be the ones that increase happiness, to be honest. I don't usually bother with ideologies all that much. Tourism. I think we will go for freedom, though. Because the thing is, we still get an early adopter tenant doing it that way. So, let's go ahead and pick one of these tenants. So we could have culture from great work. Specialists only consuming half the amount of food. That's always very, very nice. Or increase the rate at which great people are born. Get some new great scientists. That could also be useful. Let's grab that one for now. And we'll also want to get the food one so that we can grow a little more quickly. Rome has now finished the Louvre, which is fantastic. I don't think there's any more wonders that we really need to or want to build. We could go ahead and get a hydro plant here. That would really improve its production. Really is a shame that it's not coastal. But let's get the hydro plant anyway. We do have some spare aluminium. Then we'll queue up a zoo, queue up a museum. As we've now done that, we should be able to use... Well, we've got a few great artists now because we get a free one with the Louvre. So, create a great work. And create a great work. Now, what is the theming bonus for the Louvre? It is 2 great works and 2 artifacts, with all 4 being from different eras and different civilizations. So we should be able to sort that out. You should really be in there because we'll get more tourism from you. In fact, Oxford University. Great work slots are filled with writings from different eras and civilizations other than the civilization owner. Well, that's Roman. That is Roman. So if we can get 2 works of writing from 2 different eras, then we should be okay. Renaissance, Japan, medieval, Inca. Yeah, so if we want to swap that for that, and we want to swap that for that, and then we go back to... Always click on all the wrong things first. If we put both of these in there, and we get the theming bonus from Oxford University. Should have done that a little while ago, to be honest. You're still trying to get home safely. Keep sending that privateer forward. Wow, yeah, quite a few ships here, Japan. What are you up to? Not liking that at all. Not too sure whether he's trying to bait me to attack him with these archaeologists, but seems a little bit risky. What I can do from time to time is I can check how far I can move with this Gatling gun. I can only move 1 tile, which means he still hasn't discovered gunpowder yet. Sorry, dynamite. Still hasn't discovered dynamite yet. So at least we know. Guess we could move you up 1 hex and shoot at this worker. We still get experience from it, so it's worth doing. In fact, if we use this guy, because he's taking quite a lot of damage, if we actually get enough experience with him, we can get a free heal. So it might be worth doing that. Archaeologist. Okay, so what do we want to do? Well, I think we want to try and get a few culture sites. So let's use the archaeologist to do that. We are going to need more archaeologists. We're going to need a lot more. So let's start working on a dig. Go on to the next turn. And all of a sudden Japan is denouncing me. Well, that is very strange. Not too sure why he's suddenly become a colossal arsehole. Mainly because of the differences in ideology. Doesn't mean he's going to be a problem. Well, he will be later. After Brazil, we'll probably be dealing with either Japan or the Mayans. So, as Japan has quite a lot of crap on my island, he might be the first to go. I also think he's probably... Well, I think last time I checked he had a smaller army than Pakal, but it's difficult to know right now. See, England are actually still at war with Bagata, even though Bagata is now on my side, not the Mayan's side. So, England need to peace out with them. I don't know why they haven't, because I'm not at war with England. It's just England being a bit... Well, the AI being a bit daft, as usual. Pedro is plotting against Siam. Well, we can go and share that intrigue. Give us a little bit of bonus cred. Let's go ahead and get this artillery in Belo Horizonte. At least that way, if Japan does attack, we've got an artillery unit that can potentially deal with it. And let's start moving out here with you. So, nothing over here that we need to deal with, apart from the city. So, let us just keep firing at the city. There we go, and once again we'll do a little movement check. No, we can still only move a single tile, so... Oh, no, didn't want to do that. That wasn't what was supposed to happen. This is always a problem when you've played a few of these games. You go from right-clicking to left-clicking and get confused. You guys can stay there. Now, they've got a frigate over there. We do have to be very, very careful with that. If I hit it, won't give me enough XP to do anything. I'm going to move up there with some of my other frigates, though, and see if I can do some damage to it. Maybe even take it out. Ah, there's another one of their cities. Luckily, we are too far away for that city to hit us here. And their big problem is that they've actually got all these mountains in the way, and it's making it difficult for them to move down there. Let's just move in with you, and we'll just get you to go on to alert. I'm all for getting it XP, but I don't want to get it into range of anything where it's easily going to get destroyed. We've lost quite a bit of happiness. Declaration of friendship with Siam. Yeah, sure, let's take that. We've got enough money to get a research agreement if he's willing to. He doesn't have to be our first target. Now, you're attacking one of my frigates, but you are attacking one of the ones that already has a significant amount of health. There we go. Elizabeth has now made peace with Bogota. So we are going to need to get some happiness buildings built. We are working on that, though, so... not too much of a problem. So, let us see if we can go ahead and take out this frigate. Which we can. And then we should be able to move there safely-ish. And we can attack the worker for free XP. And then we'll probably attack the archaeologist if we get the opportunity as well. Promotion on an artillery. We will give it accuracy. Unfortunately, it doesn't have enough XP to get logistics, which would be really nice. You're going to move in here. You are going to fire at that archaeologist, because why not? It's an easy target. It does look like they are trying to move forwards with some more units now. I mean, they do have that Lancer at the back. They've got another cannon that looks like it's trying to move in. You're only a shot away from a promotion, and you already have volley. You got accuracy, so you'll get accuracy 2 on this one, which unfortunately still won't give you logistics, but it will start to make life a little bit easier. Okay, can't see any of their other naval units yet. You've built a farm, good stuff. Go and build another one. And what have we got here? Got a cargo ship. Where were you going to previously? I'm assuming probably the highest gold route, which was Palenque. Might as well carry on with that. Because Brazil hasn't really got anything up here that can be too problematic for us. Rio de Janeiro really is going down. I mean, it's taken some time to get everything in order. Also, must try and see if we can get our research agreement with Siam. He doesn't have a lot of money, but we can probably afford to do that. See what damage we can do. And we also want to see if we can get a declaration of friendship with Pakal now as well. You might be willing to do it. Okay, so you've taken some damage. You are just going to go ahead and fire at that archaeologist because it is free XP. You are going to fire at that worker because he is easily within range. And what do we want to take out? Do we want to take out a worker or an archaeologist? Well, we don't really want that archaeologist going off and nicking our dig sites that we could nick later. So let's go ahead and sink you. We'll also start to move down with this privateer. Just trying to see where their other ships are. Promoted artillery. We could go ahead and give you something like March, which would be nice. But I think we'll just give you accuracy 3. It's not going to make too much difference against the city, but it does make it closer to logistics. Can still only move a single tile. Another turn, we might actually have enough there to get that. So let's set that artillery up there, just in case Japan try anything a little bit tricksy. You're going to continue making farms. You're going to go on alert. You're going to go on alert. In fact, I think what we're actually going to do here is move you guys around. Just so we've got a chance of being able to attack with the Lancer if we get its health down low enough. Problem is we'll probably have to try and peace out straight away because the issue we're going to have is they've got units around. They might come and try and take it back. Has got a little bit of its health back. There's another archaeologist in the water. Quite a lot of archaeologists, actually. This is all Brazil tend to do because they get so focused towards a cultural victory. They just tend to spam wonders. They spam workers, they spam great people, and don't concentrate that much on their army. So we've got a great scientist. So let's start off by bombarding Rio and see how much damage we can do to it. Not quite enough to confidently attack it on this turn, so to that end I will not. This cargo ship you can carry on. Do we want to carry on to Kyoto? He has been a bit of a pain. We will carry on, though. We'll go there for now. We're not going to be at war with him for a little while. Let's start moving in with this privateer. Not too sure where all of their naval units went. They did definitely have a few frigates. You can go on to alert. You can also go on to alert. I think I'm just going to pop this great scientist. He's not really worth an awful lot, but there again, is it worth getting an academy at this late stage in the game? I think we could still... Because another 14 turns we're going to get another great scientist. I think an academy right now would still be worth it. It's probably getting to the point in the game where any later and it isn't worth it, but I think for now we're okay. I'm going to do one more turn because I'm aware this video has gone over time slightly, but I was just kind of hoping that we'd be able to take out Rio de Janeiro. We're quite close to doing it. Still forgot to try and get a research agreement with Siam. See, Brazil have a great engineer there up next to Brasilia. I wonder if they're trying to rush another wonder of some description. But the first thing I should do when it's my turn... Gold per turn from Pakal ended. First thing I should really do is go to Siam. And trade with him for a research agreement. He needs another 338 gold, which I could afford to give him. So if I give you 338 gold, and you give me back 10 gold per turn. 9... 8. Can't be asked to do the math, which is the problem. So I'm just going to go, not 3, that even I know that's a rip-off. 6, there we go. So he has the money now. So if we go in and instantly trade for a research agreement, and we'll still have to give him a little bit more. Don't really want to give him open borders, so let's give him 12 plus 2 gold per turn, 3 gold per turn. Brilliant. Okay, so that's a research agreement in place. Pakal seems friendly with us as well. Declaration of friendship? No. Nope. Sod you then. Right, so Kume has finished the bank. That is wonderful. Might as well get the walls because they're dirt cheap, and that'll let you build a castle later, and then go and get a hospital. As for all this stuff over here, let's start dealing with this right now. So we will attack Rio with you. We will attack Rio with you. Now, that definitely puts Rio low enough. Problem is we can't get to it in a single turn. Can't get there in a single turn because of the Great Wall. We will move up as much as we can. We're going to try and get up with the musketmen if we can. We've got this privateer up here. You might as well come down here where it is a little safer. You can go on alert. Great scientist, you are going to build an academy. We'll make sure we've got somebody in there working it. That's a decent amount of science for an academy. I mean, it's 27 science. Plus 1 food, 1 hammer. We are starving, however. We don't have an awful lot of food going on right here. We could stop working that production tile and work something that gives us a little more food instead. So let's go ahead and do that. 24 turns until growth. Not terrible. You can just sit there. You can just sit there. And that is the end of the turn, but we've gone well over time, so we'll have to deal with Rio on the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you still enjoy Civilization 5, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.